what's up? It's your host, Tori, and who is ready to be petty? Welcome back to another episode of RTBP. I'm so glad you're here. Today is a fun one with a special guest, Taylor, from the That's the Tea podcast. Before we get to the show, it was Spotify Wrapped week, so I'd be remiss to not ask if RTBP came up in your Spotify Wrapped. Share with me on social media. I would love to see that. Okay, I'm just gonna jump straight into the episode before this gets despy as fuck. Here is my episode with Taylor. I'm back with a very special guest. Taylor from That's the Tea podcast is here. Taylor, how are you?
I am great. I'm excited to be here. This is the first podcast I've ever been on.
I know.
So I'm excited.
Welcome. That's so exciting. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name's Taylor. I'm 24. I live in New Jersey, and I love all things pop culture, and that's kind of what I talk about on my podcast. So I feel like we have very similar vibes that way. Like, we talk about similar things.
Yeah, absolutely. That's how I found you, was through Instagram, and I love all of your stories and just like
No, same. Whenever you post something, I'm like, oh my god, I think the same exact thing.
Literally, I was like, our likes are the same, and I feel like some of our opinions are the same. So
100%.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
So your podcast covers pop culture. Is there like something in specific you really like to talk about, or a TV show or anything like that?
Honestly, no. I love like all the like happenings of pop culture that's going on, celebrity news, and then I usually do like movies or TV shows and even books and music that I've been into recently. So kind of a little bit of everything.
I am the same. And sometimes I'm like, that might be annoying for listeners because it's so like random. I know. But like, I don't know. These are the people I want to talk about.
Yeah. And these are my interests, and I'm going to talk about them.
Exactly. So we have an exciting show planned for you all today. We're going to talk about Selling Sunset. We're going to talk about Northwest and Penelope Disick's TikTok. And then we are going to talk about Lindsay Lohan's engagement. Super exciting news. So let's jump into it. Selling Sunset just released their like 4th season, which I like cannot believe we're already at the 4th season. Did you watch all of the seasons prior to this one?
So I binged seasons 1, 2, and 3 in like last summer, I think, like quarantine summer, nothing to do. So I feel like I kind of just watched them, even though it was still like a year ago. But I just wasn't even ready for another season. Like, I was excited for it, but I still was like, oh my gosh, it's already here.
I know. And this season, like, I know you haven't finished it all. I think I watched it over like 2 days because it's so easy to watch.
It's so easy to binge. And the episodes are shorter than I thought they were. So it's like you go quick.
So quick, and there's only 10 episodes, but I was like kind of disappointed with this season.
I've been hearing a lot of mixed things because like, okay, so I'm like halfway through, and I feel like I can't fully judge it yet, but I've been hearing people that are like, oh, it's so good, I love this show, but then people are like, it kind of sucked.
Yeah, did you watch The Hills? You might have been just a little too young for that era.
I just kind of missed it. Like, I remember it going on, but I never really watched.
Okay, yes. So, because I'm 29 and you're 24, so I feel like you like just missed.
I just missed it. Like, I remember it going on, but I never was like watching.
Totally. It has a similar, I think, vibe to Selling Sunset. It's the same creator, Adam DeVello.
Oh, I didn't know that.
For both. And he also did Siesta Key.
Oh, love.
Like obsessed with.
Same.
And like they all have the same kind of vibe, but it's interesting because I think The Hills had the same thing as Selling Sunset, which is in the later seasons, they have become famous, and that has really like impacted the show.
Yeah.
And it seems a lot more staged because they know that what they can like kind of get away with and what they can like plan out. But then they also have let the like tabloids and just like their fame influence the storylines, which is, I don't know, just way less kind of interesting to me.
Yeah. Sometimes I go back and forth, like, when people become big on reality shows, sometimes I like when they acknowledge, like, yes, we are
Yes.
famous and rich now. Like, it's
Yes.
weird when they act like they're still not.
Yes, 100%. Cuz like it seems like Amanda like talked about some of her struggles this season with like buying a house and having space, and she was talking about sleeping on the
Right.
couch. But like all of the other people, I'm like, stop pretending like you're slumming it in an office like the rest
I
of us.
know. Like, girls, you don't show up looking like that to the office every day. Seriously.
Literally full glam, full hair. This is what I wore to work. I work from home.
This is what I do too, except today. I always work from home, except today I actually had to go like meet my manager, which I never ever do. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, sweats
Yes.
every single day.
Yes. And they're in like 10-inch heels. Whenever I see them like walking downstairs or walking down like
I was just gonna say this.
sloped
When they're showing
driveways.
houses and they're like walking up these crazy things, I'm like, oh my God. And they're
I
like tight
know.
skirts.
I know, the tiniest skirt. Also, I just want to like point out, and I've said this before when I like talked about Selling Sunset before, but it has not changed. Their fashion is like Heidi Montag from the Hills
Yes.
2007 fashion, and it's so fucking weird to me.
It's crazy because people think that they look like a mate. I don't know, like it's weird. Like
Yeah.
you look good and you look put together, but are the fits really good? Or do you just look good because you're all done up?
Yes, yeah, like they look polished, but they're wearing like literal Barbie clothes.
Oh, I mean, Christine is a walking Barbie.
I
She
know.
thinks she is Barbie, I think.
I know, I know. Okay, I do want to talk about something, and I put this, it's like kind of been disproven now, possibly,
Uh-huh.
but like there was a huge rumor on Reddit that Christine didn't have her baby and she used a surrogate. Do you think that that's true?
No, but I thought it was like really funny that what people were saying about it. Like she was obviously pregnant, and Christine is so not the kind of girl that like if she did have a surrogate, she would be open about it. She'd be like, "Oh, I don't need my body to,
Yeah.
change. Like I
Yeah.
have a surrogate for that."
Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah.
It
I
was so funny though.
I was like kind of like I feel like I have gone down in reality TV like a rabbit hole of blind items and
Who
Reddit.
hasn't?
But like that's kind of getting like weird. Like I feel like I believe stuff way too often now, and I was like, "Oh, this I could see this happening."
Oh,
But
I could 100%. Wait, but there was apparently like one scene, I don't think I've seen it yet, that everyone thought like she is not pregnant. I don't know.
yeah. So there's kind of two scenes that people were talking about that you might have
Okay.
not got yet. One is a scene where she's literally doing like acrobatic yoga,
Yeah, I didn't see that.
and she's like doing headstands and then a headstand with splits. And she said, so on Instagram, when this all came out, she said she was actually still pregnant at the time. So it wasn't postpartum, because people were saying postpartum, you can't exercise for like 6
Right.
weeks if you have a C-section, and specifically. And so people were just saying like, how can you do like a splits like headstand?
Yeah, I literally the episode I was just watching was right after she gave birth, and who was it? Amanda and someone else went over to her house, and she had like literally a 3-day old baby, and then in her confessional she was saying how like she was still doing Pilates and all this stuff like
Yeah.
days before she gave birth, and she just seems like wild. But no, I definitely think she was pregnant.
Okay, that's that's interesting. I was like, I don't know, because the other scene was like she was joking about being on her period and not wearing underwear, and people are like, and wearing a skirt, and people are like, oh, like usually after you give birth, you are wearing like not diapers, but like
But basically, yeah.
yes, yeah, like full on granny panties because you're like holding everything.
Yeah.
So that was like the other scene, and I was like, the one thing I'll say, I do like truly believe she did give birth, but I was like, it is just wild her bounce back, and like I don't want to specifically talk
wild.
about like her body, but like just even her persona and the way that she looked, like not
Yeah.
tired and like
And the things she was doing, like
yes, yes,
she literally was in full glam, like
Yeah.
full outfit when they showed up. It had a few-day-old baby with her, and they were
Mhm.
all like, "Oh my God, you look amazing." She's like, "I'm so tired," but like She did not look it.
No, like
good for her, I guess.
yeah, like I guess that's just like the availability of treatments and
Yeah.
probably like nannies and like stuff like that.
Oh, there's definitely no shortage of nannies in that house. She has multiple. I know she does.
And she was kind of like literally the only storyline this season. All the girls hating her.
Yeah, I feel like it was kind of leading up to that point last season. Like we were getting the rumblings of it, like everyone's starting to really hate on her. But I don't know, like sometimes when she's talking and she's not with the girls, like it's just her, I'm like, she's so funny and like I like her. But then you hear what she does and you're like, oh, she's a bitch.
Totally. Do you think though that her actual like behavior is like it's definitely bitchy, but do you think it's like with malice or do you think it's just like she knows how to be a reality TV star?
I think I think it's mostly reality TV. Like she wants screen time, she knows blah blah blah. But I think that I wouldn't say she has like it's not like malicious, but I think sometimes she's just only thinking about herself
Yeah.
that she doesn't even realize like, oh, I'm hurting people.
Yeah, that's a good point. She is like really only about herself. So
Yeah.
I could definitely see that. And like I don't agree with everything that she says.
No, definitely not.
And you'll definitely when you finish this season, like she gets caught in a lie that seems like pretty obvious that it's a lie.
Oh gosh.
But I just think like those girls should be thanking Christine because literally without her, there's no TV
There's
show.
no show. Totally. It would be Heather talking about Tarek.
Yeah.
Rochelle like moving on from her divorce and trying to buy a house and what else? Like that's it. Like there's nothing else.
Maya is just like MIA.
She's barely been in the episodes I've seen, and I'm like sad because she was the best.
Yeah.
So she is the best.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And then Mary would just be working all the time.
Yeah, or with her husband.
Yes, Romaine.
Oh my gosh. He kills me.
I know. He also was like featured like literally twice in this season, and I was a little bit upset.
Oh, that means I only have one episode of them left. I've already seen him once.
Literally. Have you made it to Davina's return? Also, like, spoiler alert.
No,
okay,
no,
okay.
I've seen stuff online, so it's really not spoiler. Don't worry.
Okay, well, for the listeners as well, if you don't know, but Davina comes back in like episode 5. I was really surprised that they didn't have her in the first couple episodes. But do you know why she really left or have an inkling?
No, they like skirted over that so quickly. In the first episode, they were like, oh yeah, well, Davina left, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, why? Like, because she was such a big part of the last like 2 seasons. And now she's just gone with no, well, I don't know if they give an explanation, but no explanation.
Yeah, they don't really. They said obviously they had a difference of opinion, like her and one of the twins, like who knows which one, about the $75 million house. But her spin on it is that there was a development project that she wanted to like manage or something like that.
She's sus. Honestly, it was probably because the internet ripped her to shreds and she couldn't take it.
Yeah, like a break.
Yeah.
Yeah. She comes back with like a full makeover.
In a good way or a bad way?
Honestly, bad. Like extensions and then like the full Barbie, like Christine, like makeover.
I'm shook. Oh my God, I need to continue watching immediately.
Yeah, like the big Chanel like earrings and necklaces and like bows in her hair and like extensions and like.
Got it.
Yeah, it's wild.
Oh, I saw something on my For You page the other day that Tarek posted, and it took me a second to realize because like his face wasn't in it, and it was something like, if you saw that one scene, and I was like, this is not enough information, Tarek. Like, what are you talking about?
Oh my gosh! So I'm assuming he's referencing the finale.
They get in like a fight.
Yes.
Christine?
Yeah, Christine, Tarek, and Heather, and then Mary and Christine. But Tarek, like, I'm just really surprised because I haven't watched his like home makeover show or whatever.
Okay.
Cause like I fucking hate him.
I've seen bits and pieces and it's just weird.
Yeah, but I just never pictured him as like someone to like absolutely like pop off. And he really did. It was insane.
Oh my God, I have to watch. I've heard there was some weird story like a few years ago with his ex-wife. It, like wasn't domestic violence or like anything, but it was something really weird like that they never spoke about. Like he like ran away or she I'm not even gonna try to attempt to tell the story because it was the weirdest story ever, but I feel like there might be some underlying issues with him.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. I get the like just the vibes are completely off with
And
him.
she is obsessed with him.
I know. Remember the tattoo?
No, not until you just said that. You unlocked a memory I forgot I had.
I literally think about that like weekly, like way more than I like ever should
Oh
think
my
about
God.
it.
That's hilarious.
What do you think about Vanessa?
So far, she seems like sweet. I'm just nervous because they don't stay like that for long. Like the
Yeah.
new girl, Christine, I saw Christine took her out to lunch and then
Mhm.
like didn't know her name a day later.
That was so bad.
That was so bad. And she like laughed about it. I was like, girl, that's offensive.
Yes, yes.
But she seems really sweet and like I hope she does well. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. She has an interesting season. I would be curious to see if she is filmed season 5 because that's already filmed.
Yeah, I saw that they like already filmed like coming soonish,
Oh,
I think.
wild.
I could be wrong, but
Are you gonna watch Selling Tampa?
I don't know. I might like wait to see what people say about it first, but it's really sounds kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know anything about Tampa. Like, is it in
No,
Florida?
Florida,
Okay,
yeah.
okay,
Like the western side of Florida.
okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I just don't know anything about it, but like I'm definitely gonna watch. And then there's like the Selling OC version. Are you gonna watch that?
Wait, yes, I forgot that that one was coming out because I think Selling Tampa is literally coming out in like a week or two.
Yes, yes.
I heard people were saying that like Heather might be on the OC one because she's kind of moving down there.
Oh, okay, that makes sense because her and Tarek talk about like buying a house in Newport Beach.
Yeah, so that might be how they like do a little crossover there. I honestly
Interesting.
I would watch either of them, but I might wait to see what people say about them just
Yeah.
before I dive in.
Yeah. Well, you have like more restraint than me because I am like gonna watch them like on their premiere dates.
See, I say that, but like I probably will end up watching both.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well you'll have to keep me posted on the rest of the season, what you think of it.
Yes, I will. I'm literally gonna finish probably in like a day, so we'll
Nice.
see.
Nice. So the other thing we wanted to talk about was well, I wanted to talk about it. I probably forced this on you.
No.
But Penelope Disick in Northwest recently got TikTok accounts. It seemed kind of like Penelope had like a secret one possibly, and then they like
Yeah.
just made it like an official one, and then North and Kim followed suit. Have you been watching the
Okay.
girls'
So,
TikToks?
did you come across Penelope's like secret one?
Yes, but not on my For You page. It came up on like a pop culture account that like was talking about it.
Okay, so literally like maybe an hour or two before like everyone started posting about it, I was on my For You page and I saw this video and it was like the username was like blah with like numbers.
Yes.
And then I watched it and I forget something in it made me realize I was like, "Oh my God, wait, this is a Kardashian." And I clicked on it and it was all like you could tell she posted herself in some of them and it was Penelope and I went through every single one. At that time
Yes,
she still
yes.
had all the comments on.
Yes.
It was wild. And then like an hour or two later when it got posted everywhere, it was deleted and I was like, shit. But then they got the same account back and it was just a wild ride. And then like, North had to follow a few days later. And I'm
Yes.
glad that they named it Pee in Court. So, like, okay, it's not a random, like, user, blah, 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 that we don't have to search for.
Yes, it's easy to find.
Yeah.
Literally, I was like panned court, and I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh my fucking god, I'm so dumb. It's P and
Yep.
court. So dumb. Okay, but also, so they had, then when I refound the account when it was renamed, they still had the comments off, but I think they like figured out that you like won't get on anyone's For You page if you like don't have the comments on, and now
Probably.
both of the accounts have comments on.
The comments are wild.
They're so like, some of them are like show us your mom's credit card and
Yeah.
stuff. Like,
They're like, Northy, show us that rectangle in mommy's purse.
like, what the fuck?
I love the other one too. It was like, North, was there a tall, skinny white boy at Christmas this year?
Yeah, like hunched over. Like,
Yeah.
yes, oh my god. And like, obviously, I'm sure they have like strict directives to like not engage with anybody, but
Yeah.
I just like how it does seem like really normal. And one of them was like Penelope making hot chocolate, and someone commented like, oh, I'm so glad Courtney gives her kids sugar. Like,
No, I was surprised too at how normal everything seems.
yeah.
Relatively normal, I should say.
Yes. Okay, so P is 9 years old.
He already has the aesthetic down.
I know. And like, so a lot of P's are like product hauls and like bedtime routines. Yeah, like get ready with me type things. And then North's are a lot of like outfits, like laying out her outfit and stuff. And it's like, you're 9 years old. And I didn't even look at the age of North, but she's probably like
She's
same.
8.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah.
The things that like really alarmed me though, because it's like, it is a lot of bad lip syncing and like bad cuts.
Yep.
And just like
A lot of Kylie Skin products.
so much. And I was like, is this again like trying to be market? Like, is this on purpose, or do you think she just like does this?
No, I think that that's what she uses because it's like Aunt Kylie's and she gets it for free kind of thing. But back to the comments, I saw so many comments that were like, Aunt Kylie better be paying you for this marketing.
Yes. Okay, what was your skincare routine at 8 or 9 years old?
The shower, like nothing.
Yeah, like I don't even think I knew what face wash was.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Maybe face, like maybe, but definitely not. No.
Yeah. I think like maybe when I was like 12, I got like Clean and Clear, like, you know, like the grapefruit, or like.
If you didn't have that, the first face wash you ever bought, you're lying.
Yes, it's that or the fucking apricot
St.
Ives
apricot scrub.
Yeah.
Hiram is shaking.
I know, literally. But okay, the other thing, so like the alarming things, full skincare routine and like body scrubs and stuff like that. I was probably using like bath bombs, but like nothing elaborate.
Like these crazy scrubs and washes and stuff.
Yeah, that I like barely use now. And then P has a full set of acrylic nails.
That was the most alarming thing to me in all of the videos, if I'm being honest.
It was so, like, the hand looked like an adult's hand.
Yeah, that's actually the reason why I looked up how old they were, was because of the nails.
Same. And then the second thing was P making an espresso.
Yeah, like, hello? You're not even double digits.
I know. I was like, I didn't drink coffee. I didn't even drink coffee through college. I think I started drinking coffee.
I still don't.
Oh my God.
I'm 24.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I probably started at like 26 or 27. Like,
okay, so right on track.
Yeah, maybe you'll pick that up. But it's literally like, I don't know. I hope it was decaf. Like, I don't think kids are supposed to drink coffee.
No, literally fingers crossed that she was drinking decaf, or like somehow maybe it was like a hot chocolate and espresso pot or something.
I was thinking that, but I have an espresso and it wasn't. And it was the Verturo line, which is like the double shots. So I was like, you don't need 2 shots of espresso.
Oh my God. Okay, well then let's hope she was making it for Mom and Travis.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay, yeah, Travis has made an appearance and same with Courtney. A lot of Scott. Are you surprised by
Yeah.
that?
Okay, I loved all the letters from Scott with the flowers. That was adorable. Scott looks like he's being held hostage in half of the videos though, so
I know he's like sitting there and he's probably like, fuck, I fucking hate this. But he's also probably like in the back of his mind, like, I need to look like a good dad.
yep, he does. Did you see the little tap that she gave him to say his line?
No.
Oh my God. I didn't notice it, but then I saw like it got posted on some account like he goes to say the line and it was like a pause first and you see her in the background and she's like tapping him.
Oh
It
my
was so
gosh.
cute.
I think I'll
Yeah.
like actually go back and watch that because I loved the ones with the notes. It was
Same.
so cute. Like just that she keeps them and that he writes them for her and like gets her flowers all the time.
Yeah. And there were
Yeah.
so many.
Yeah. And like they were handwritten, which is like a lot of the when they do like flowers for people, they just like
Yeah,
they're
like the company will write it or
yes,
yeah.
exactly.
No, that was really cute. I love trying to figure out like, is this Courtney's house? Is this Scott's house? Is this Chris's house?
Yeah, I have been trying to do some of that detective work too. I'm assuming someone is looking over them, but I'm so scared when she does like the bathroom routines
Same.
that like the mirror or like
I
the
get
tap
nervous.
that like she's gonna like
There's gonna be a reflection.
yes.
Me too. They've got to watch them before she posts. There have to be.
Yeah, it's like oh my God, that's like so I'm just watching them like half in anxiety, half in like interest and intrigue and just like
Same.
yeah, they're so amusing. Do you think that this is because a lot of people have talked about how the Kardashians have not broken into TikTok like at all.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't
And
think
that
about
it's
that.
like the biggest platform right now in social media. Do you think that this is finally their way that they can like stay relevant on TikTok?
Probably. At least for right now, for Kim and Courtney.
Yeah, because Kim's not gonna do the unless she's with North is not gonna do the
Right.
lip sync videos or
No, she will only do it for North.
yeah. But I could see like her doing some like recipes or like something like that. I don't know.
Same. Like you know how Kylie does like recipes on her Instagram story, like YouTube. Like they need to start moving that over to TikTok.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why I think people were so surprised. Like there was a couple like that Kylie posted when like the I'm gonna get wasted
Yes.
sound was trending and like stuff like that. Like they did have some of those, but like they haven't really broken into that market.
Yeah, they haven't. I feel like the only time I ever see them on TikTok is like for marketing, like if Kylie drops a new, lip kit or something, or Kim has something coming out, like then I'll see them on TikTok. But if they were posting somewhat consistent content, I feel like it would be so good for their brands, like, and them
Yeah.
in general.
Yeah, absolutely. And Kim did come out with like an official account. I don't think that there's any TikToks on it yet though.
Oh, okay. She probably just like had to secure the name.
Yeah, and like the blue check mark and all of that shit. So.
Yeah. I saw someone actually put their name as like True and Court. I mean, True and Chloe, and it looked so real. Like it was alarming. I still don't know how it was fake, but it was fake. But it looked so real. Like it was at Courtney's house. I mean, I keep saying that. It was at Chloe's house, but it wasn't her. I don't know. It was very weird. And it was like meeting Auntie Kendall for lunch, but it was so weird. I need to find that again.
So are people like squatting on the usernames?
I think so, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
They're like hoping for that Kardashian cash for the names.
Okay. But I feel like they would just do like Chloe and True. I'm sure people have got that too. But
yeah.
They would figure it out.
Yeah.
Do you see Chloe and True? Like True's too young to know what TikTok is.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like at least North and Penelope, like they're, almost 10. Like they can do it. But like
yeah.
Stormy and True, like they're really young. They're not.
Yeah, they don't know. Well, we'll find out sooner or later. But yeah, I'm definitely like I've followed all the accounts. I've been like loving all the content.
Loving. Same.
Okay, the next thing we wanted to talk about was Lindsay Lohan's engagement.
Yes.
I didn't even know she had a steady boyfriend.
Neither did I.
Yeah, but congrats. So I don't think I've super like talked about Lindsay Lohan on this podcast, but I loved her when I was growing up.
Yeah. I mean, icon. Parent Trap,
Yes.
all those movies. Yeah.
Yes. Confessions of a Teenage Drama
Oh,
Queen.
yes.
Mean Girls, obviously. She's just, I loved her so much. And then obviously she like came into some like drug use troubles and like mental health stuff and like weird stuff with her family. She had her show on MTV.
Yeah.
Did
Moved
you
to
watch
Dubai.
that?
No.
No, me neither.
No.
I just couldn't. And she moved to Dubai and she got engaged to her boyfriend, I think Bader Shamas, of 2
That
years.
sounds right.
I should have looked up how you pronounced his name, but I didn't.
No, same. That sounds right though.
Okay. And then they posted like super casual engagement pictures. It's just like them smiling, showing off the ring. Like I thought it was super, super cute.
I loved it. I loved it. It was just like so cute, natural, like authentic in the moment, it seemed like.
Yeah, nothing was staged. And she looked really like fresh and natural, like that she
Yeah.
had taken a break from like maybe some filler and stuff.
Yes, no, I agree. She looked more like the old Lindsay than we've seen in a while.
Yeah, I'm so happy for her. I guess like it is easier to live in Dubai than maybe the US with like paparazzi and just like
Totally.
all the kind of trappings of Hollywood. So I hope that she's thriving over there.
I know. I feel like she is, honestly. She's got a steady boyfriend, now fiance. Like she moved away from all the drama. She looks great. I mean, who knows behind closed doors, but she looks like she's doing great. And that's awesome.
I know. And she has a Christmas movie coming out.
Yes, I've been seeing this, but do you know if it's coming out this year or next year? Because I saw some people saying it wasn't even coming out for another year.
Is it next year? I'm going to look it up.
I think so, because it was like still untitled Christmas movie.
Oh my God.
Unless it's coming out like early next year, but why would they release a Christmas movie after Christmas?
No, you're totally right. Like, why? Like, now's the time. It's the time
Right.
of Princess Switch 3 and all of that.
My God.
Apparently, it is untitled holiday rom-com.
On Netflix, right?
Yeah, with Cord Overstreet. So maybe you're right, but that seems like... Oh, yeah, it's fucking December 1st. Okay, so it must be that. It must be. Okay, yes. So the news broke in May. This picture came recently, but it doesn't come out till 2022.
Like, what? Like, that's ridiculous.
What's the holdup?
This has been a roller coaster. It's coming out. It's not coming out. It's coming out.
I know. So do you think when it comes out, there's going to be a Princess Switch 4?
Oh, yeah. Maybe even 5, honestly.
God, they just like double down.
They're banging those out.
Yeah, that's true. Are you going to watch that movie?
The Lindsay Lohan one?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like I have to.
Yeah,
Like,
me too.
Making her come back in a Christmas movie, I'm there.
And like, it's Netflix. Like, that's a pretty big deal.
And Netflix has good rom-com Christmas movies.
Yes.
Like, some stuff, but, you know.
I was like, as I just watched Princess Switch 3 and wanted to like off myself, but like the first
But you still
one was
watched
good.
it.
Yeah. And I liked the other princess one. I don't know. They had 3 where they had a kid and stuff. And I liked the one with a night before Christmas or whatever. The other Vanessa
I think I've seen that.
one.
Yes.
Yeah. But this one has Cord Overstreet as her like love interest. And I'm like so out on him.
I just like so yesterday.
Yes.
Like, sorry, but
Yes. I feel like they needed someone to match Lindsay's like reputation and status, and they just didn't.
agreed. Maybe they just thought that just having her was enough. I don't know.
That's fair. That's fair. She will pull the audience.
Yeah, I feel like people weirdly like Court Overstreet. I have nothing like for or against him, but I just feel like he's so like so yesterday, like so out. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I have concrete evidence why I hate him? No. But like,
No, it's just a feeling I have.
yes. I just look at his face and I don't like it.
I just feel like that's such a random pairing.
Yeah, absolutely. So do you think that this is like she's in her comeback era?
I hope so. I would love
Yeah.
it if she was. Like, I'm ready. Like, I feel like being in the spotlight was a lot for her. And yeah, she was young, but I could use some new Lilo content. We've been getting a lot of Britney in Paris, so Lindsay might be next.
Yes, also your New Jersey accent just like jumped out.
Oh my God, why? What did I say? I don't even know.
Paris. Yeah, I was like, oh my God.
Paris to me.
Yeah. Oh my God. I love that. As someone who lives literally the furthest away from New Jersey, what a treat. I think if she gets like one or two more projects under her belt, like we can officially announce her comeback era. But yeah, it's been so good for like Hilary Duff's been working consistently, but she has like How I Met Your Mother or Father coming up, and yeah, lots of Paris content with her wedding and
crazy.
Yeah, her insane wedding. I haven't even this is how fast the news cycle comes out. The rumors that her husband had like a secret kid came out, and I saw that and then didn't even follow up.
It was like, I don't know, I feel like it was like big news for a day, and then it was just like no other stories about it. Like, yeah, he has a child, and that was it.
Just no follow up. We've moved on. So
I just hope that she knew. Like, that's all I hope, is that Paris knew.
Yeah, because I think that was like the scandal part, is that it seemed like she didn't know, but I'm sure it'll all come out in the wash. We'll hear about it.
It's actually crazy thinking about now that like Paris Hilton, Britney Spears, and Lindsay Lohan all got engaged in the same year.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yes, and we'll see like Paris's wedding was wild, and then Britney, like, she's like, my dress is currently being like made for me by Vera Wang, and like,
oh my God, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so she's like full into wedding planning, it seems. And then now this Lindsay Lohan news. What a time to be alive.
What a time. All the 2000s queens having a comeback.
I know, it really does like make me happy.
Same.
Would you like to share your This Week in Petty story?
Okay, this is very minor, but it was just so top of mind.
Okay, that's great though, because I love blowing up like the minorest of inconveniences.
Okay, great. I don't know if you watch American Bachelorette.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so I'm like a week behind.
Okay.
So I haven't watched this week's episode, but I just watched last week's.
Yes.
And the whole season, this is what I'm petty about.
Okay, I love this.
The whole season, we already knew who the next Bachelor was. Like,
yes.
The whole season was spoiled. Well, not the winner, but like it was just spoiled because we already knew who the next Bachelor was. So I'm like watching him so closely, waiting for him to, break through to us. Like, who is this guy? Why did they choose him as the next Bachelor? Like, so far in advance that it was such a big deal. And then they chose him, and like he literally got almost no screen time. Like, and then her final four men are like literally gems. Like, they are all like, I think each one of them is mixed. They are all like great guys.
Yes.
You just like you got to know so well, and they just seem great. Like, not that Clayton didn't seem great. It was just like we had all these options and we chose him. Like, what was so special about him? I don't know, but I'm just like, obviously I'm gonna watch, but like I'm just a little petty as why The Bachelor chose him of all people.
Yeah, that is such a good This Week in Petty, because I think like when leads had been announced prior, or like not officially, but we knew, and the show was still airing, I feel like every single one of them had like the story, or like we were just prepared for the heartbreak, or like
Right.
the personality, or we're like, oh my gosh, you are the person we were rooting for. It got ripped away from you.
Yep.
Like, where's your redemption like story? We
Yeah, like
want this for you.
you got voted out like what? You were like the top 6? I don't know. Like you didn't make it to the end. You didn't have this crazy love story and got your heart broken. You're not like you're just another big white ex NFL like nice guy.
Yeah, absolutely. But like seems so bland.
So bland. That is the perfect word for him. Like nothing against him at all. It's not on him. It's just like we had so many seasons to choose from. Why him? Like I don't know.
And then so it seems, I think it was yesterday or the day before that they like officially announced it, even though like we've been all spoiled for like 6 months.
Yeah, literally.
And then they released like the poster about him being the underdog. And it's actually like laughable that that was the official announcement.
It was laughable. It was comical. It was just like, I don't even have words. Like, he wasn't an underdog in the first place.
Mm-hmm. And everyone knew.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you would think that producers, literally everyone knows that this is the next Bachelor. Don't you think you would give him at least a good edit? Like, we didn't even see the guy.
Yeah. That is the one interesting thing that I'm like curious to see for his season, because I feel like when the producers or like editors or whatever don't like you like actually get not a villain edit, even just like
get a
yeah, like you're just not in the show, or you're just like I feel like this was the same with Katie Thurston. Like she just didn't come off super likable, and I think that was because a lot of people, like there was rumors she was like kind of annoying to work with, and then like people just, they don't do you any favors, I guess. And I feel like that's kind of him.
I completely agree.
So we'll see. And it's like the new season with the new host, and like I saw the picture of them together. They look like the same person.
They look like brothers.
They look like, or like twins.
Yeah.
And then like it just looks like when I watched The Bachelor in like 2003.
Totally. I mean, Jesse Palmer, like it's him again.
Yes. Like, yeah, you're right. It's literally him again.
Yeah. Like, come on. I can do Tayshia and Caitlyn again, but
yeah.
Jesse Palmer better blow me out of the water.
Yeah, and I have a feeling he won't. So I have a question for you, because you might be a little bit more tapped in than me. Are Tayshia and Caitlyn done now?
I don't think it's like official. They haven't like said. I mean, we know that Jesse Palmer is the next like host of the Bachelor season.
Yeah.
And apparently they're doing another Bachelor season after this one. Like we are getting no breaks here.
Oh, yeah. Yes. I forgot about that.
So I don't know if maybe they'll do like the Bachelorette and he'll do the Bachelor. I'm not sure, because they did a great job. So I don't see why they wouldn't, unless they just both have like their too many of their own like personal things that they can't
commit to it
full time. Yeah. I don't know, but I like them.
Yeah, me too. And I feel like you're right, because once they start travel, like it's probably easy for them to work it into their schedules now. But once they start, when things open up and like travel is more allowed, then that would probably be really hard for them to like continue their other projects.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, interesting. Well, we'll see. I guess it's the Men Tell All next week, and then
the worst episodes.
I know. Or I guess tomorrow, if you're listening when this is released. And then it's the finale. Who do you think Michelle's gonna pick?
Okay, so I think I don't know why. If you asked me this like 2 weeks ago, I would have said Nate. But now I think it might be Brandon.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
What do you think?
I think I'm still gonna go with Nate. I've been following the season like very spotty.
Okay.
I always like try to read the edit and like backtrack on my choice, when sometimes I feel like it's just clear as day, and I feel like it's like that with Nate.
Yeah. Okay. The reason that I'm second guessing Nate now is because like, you know how sometimes mid-season they'll show like a trailer for the rest of the season kind of thing.
Yeah.
It looked like people were accusing Nate of being like the villain of some sort.
Yes.
So I'm nervous. And then I saw on TikTok, Michelle was on Nick Vile's podcast, and he was like, "Oh, let me guess. Like, I think the top two will be Joe and Nate." And she kind of like rolled her eyes, and she was like, "Oh, you were doing so well." And then you could tell both Michelle and Nick look at someone like a producer that's behind the scenes, and they both look, and they were like obviously telling them like stop. And she's like, yeah, and she's like laughing, and he's like, "Oh, it's not them?" He's like, "What?" And she was like, "You were doing really well."
Interesting.
So I think that Joe is gonna go home next because like she really likes Nate, I think, and then maybe something goes down with Nate and she chooses. I think Nate and Brandon will be the top two though, and then I kind of think Brandon, or I want it to be Brandon because Nate could be a little sus, I think.
Yeah, I do. Like, yes, I think he's the winner, but I totally agree that like the here for the right reasons conversation Agreed. Like could definitely come up at the end. But I still feel like, it would be him, and that might like be revealed like later on or something.
No, yeah, that's what I think for now, at least.
Interesting. I love how you are analyzing these like clips and stuff as much as I do.
I can't help it.
It's so funny.
Like, I always see like TikTok or on Instagram, and I have to just like, oh, what's going on? Like, not even just with The Bachelor, like with everything.
Yeah, me too. It's half the fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or even like, more fun than the TV show.
Sometimes it really is. I love when the internet gets carried away. Like Christine's pregnancy.
Yes, that's a perfect example.
Was better than the season.
Literally better than like the extremely anticlimactic finale. So yeah, so funny. Well, thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Thanks for having me. I'm so excited. I got my first one out of the way, and it was so fun.
Good. I'm so glad. Where can the listeners find your podcast?
That's the T podcast on all podcast platforms. And then that's the T _ podcast on Instagram.
Yay.
And that's it.
Amazing. Yeah. Thank you again so much for coming on.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for listening, and thank you so much, Taylor, for coming on today's episode. If you enjoyed what you heard, share that you were listening on social media, tell a friend, and follow me on socials at RTBP Podcast. I hope that you are safe and healthy out there. As always, I'm your host, Tori, and I'm ready to be petty. See you soon. Bye.